Hello ladies. So today I'm going to be discussing the types of men star quality women should and also should not entertain. There's a very specific experience that beautiful, magnetic, high capacity women tend to share. So you don't struggle to attract men, you struggle to attract the right kind of man. Because you carry star quality when you're intelligent, emotionally deep, capable, you're feminine, you're powerful. You don't just attract admiration, you attract lots of projection from men as well. So today we're going to talk about the types of men who often approach high values, or how I like to call it on my channel, star quality women, why many of them are not suitable partners, and then also the only types of men that star quality women should be entertaining, which ultimately is a man who is resting in healthy masculinity. So first I want to talk about why star quality women tend to attract the wrong man. I find that when you're a woman who can carry a lot on your back emotionally, financially, spiritually, you stand out because you are self-sufficient. One thing I noticed about men, like Neo said it best in his song Miss Independent, for whatever reason, that attracts men. A lot of men are attracted to independent women who have got it on their own, who can, she got her own. Like he literally was in another song about women being self-sufficient. So for whatever reason, that's something that they are attracted to and that they find admirable. And I think it's because it speaks to something that is naturally within them as a masculine man, right? Masculine men are go-getters. They're hungry for life. They're the ones that do a lot of physical labor, and so they can respect a woman for doing that in her own regard. So oftentimes when you stand out in this way, in an independent, self-sufficient way, it attracts men who sometimes want to be you, men who want to borrow your strength, and also men who admire your masculine side but fear your femininity. Some men are copycats. Some men want to have what you have. Some men want to borrow your strength, meaning the Pookie or Ray Ray that, wants to come stay with you and slum it on your couch, or what I'm saying, he gets into a relationship with you because he needs somewhere to stay. He knows you're going to go out there and get the money and bring the bacon home, and he's going to sit at home and scratch his ass and play video games because you're such a go-getter woman and you so don't need a man for his money, but you're willing to tolerate a man that will sit on his behind and be a princess. So when it comes to the man that wants to be you, he'll study you, he'll mirror you, he'll compete with you in subtle ways. And I experienced this in my narcissistic relationship where my ex-partner, he was very competitive with me. And I never understood why, because I'm a woman. I have my theories about men who are competitive. I feel like they're DL. I feel like a lot of them are very girly. They have girly tendencies. You should never look at me as a woman trying to measure your success to me. You should not be trying to compete with me or compare yourself to me at all. I feel like men are in their own lane. They're running their own race, and that's how it always should be. I don't look at my man and say, how can I outdo him, or how can I get one step ahead of him? I don't think like that. But unfortunately, there are some men that think like that about their woman. You don't notice it until it's too late, until he's trying to discourage you from starting new things or taking on a new career path or hobby. You won't notice it until he's hating on you and trying to control what you do. It's because he's trying to keep you in his own confinement, right? And then that's when you start to see the insecure behaviors come out. He's trying to control where you go, what you do, what you wear, so on and so forth. So a lot of these men, instead of being anchored in their own masculine identity, they try to merge it with yours. So he doesn't want to lead beside you. He just wants to absorb you. And over time, what happens is this dynamic creates resentment. And so because a woman cannot feel safe relaxing into her femininity when she's unconsciously carrying a man's sense of self. The man that's attracted to your masculinity but threatened by your softness, this is a really weird phenomenon. This man is attracted to your strength. He's attracted to your ambition, right? He's attracted to your decisiveness. It's sexy to him. It's powerful. Like I said, Neo talks about Miss Independent and she got her own, all this other stuff. But when you show vulnerability, when you soften up, when you show your soft side, it's almost like he becomes uncomfortable. And I'll tell you why. Because your femininity requires his masculinity to rise. And if there is a unhealthy, unbalanced dynamic when it comes to the masculine and feminine energies in the relationship, this is what happens. Because if you come into it full guns blazing and you're like, I'm this ambitious woman, I'm this go-getter, I can do it all on my own, I got it, he's going to sit back and be like, oh, she got it. So that's going to turn down his masculine urge to help you, to go out of his way to get things for you, to do favors for you, to, be a little bit more protective and do a little bit more of the things that men are supposed to do naturally. It's going to turn that instinct down, which is why I always say, ladies, like, even if you are that ambitious, go-getting girl, because that's exactly who I am, when I met my partner, I had to learn how to step back and let him be a man for me. Be okay with someone, taking care of me in different ways. Like, still be self-sufficient, still have your own, but learn how to soften the need to be in control of everything. And I had to learn how to let my partner do nice things for me and be considerate of me and just be a man, because a lot of men want to do that for women, but there's so many women that don't realize that they're literally disabling his instinct to want to do that for you. So instead of holding space and, being that masculine man, he's going to pull away, he's going to be inconsistent, he's going to be intimidated and subtly diminish you. If he has a woman who challenges his masculinity in his life, you will see the best come out of that man. So you have to be soft, you have to be a woman essentially to get the masculine man to show you the best of him, So here's the truth most people are going to avoid and most people don't want to talk about, is that many men are not masculine, they're performing masculinity. So they're reactive, they're insecure. And this is really the core issue of unrested masculinity, right? They're very ego-driven. Some of them are still defining themselves through comparison to other men and even to other women. And so star quality women will magnify this because your presence exposes what hasn't been integrated into their life yet. This is why discernment is super, super critical, ladies. So finally, what I want to say is the only type of man star quality woman should be entertaining is the man rested in his masculinity. He should feel healthy. And when I say healthy, I mean he's not super feminine, he's also not super masculine to the point where it's toxic masculinity. Like, we all know those men that are like, banging on their chest and like acting like so manly, like they're just the man's man, right? There needs to be a level of healthiness. Healthy masculinity isn't loud, it's not controlling, it's not performative, it's calm. And this type of man is secure in who he is. He doesn't compete with your light, so he's not threatened by it. He's not trying to dim your light. He doesn't need to dominate you or diminish you. He is emotionally regulated, so he knows how to handle his emotions. You'll also know because your success doesn't threaten him and your softness doesn't confuse him. It simply just activates him. So some of the main features you want to look out for in healthy masculine men is emotional stability, consistent behavior. There's like a quiet confidence almost about these men as well. They don't have to, again, bang on their chest to prove a point. They just show up and they are felt. Like, their presence is felt, their masculinity and their energy is felt. And, a lot of these things we can say about star quality women as well, healthy feminine women as well. Everything you are, ladies, you should be seeing that in a man. If you're not seeing that in the guy that you're dating, talking to, or even with right now, something is off, something is wrong, and you need to go back to the drawing board and decide what you want to do. Really, that's like the best thing I can say is if you have worked on yourself and if you're in a healthy place, you know where you stand as a woman in society and in romantic relationships, you know your role and you know how to be a feminine woman, you know that you should have an equal when it comes to his masculinity. So if you're consistent, you're emotionally stable, you're able to lead without force, you know how to control yourself, you have self-control and you have high self-esteem, you should want to see these qualities in men as well. And something I will leave you ladies with is healthy masculinity will always let feminine women thrive. So beautiful, outgoing, magnetic women thrive when they feel safe. I know for me, I feel safe to express my emotions. It's okay to have a bad day or not be at my best every single day. I feel safe to receive, to be soft, like all these things. And so healthy masculinity creates a safe container where femininity can really expand and grow. So you don't have to shrink and you don't have to lead because someone wants to come into your life and lead you in a positive, godly way, of course. And you don't have to perform strength because someone is being strong for you, and they understand you. So you don't have to perform anything. So ladies, star quality women don't need more attention. They need alignment. Not every man who approaches you deserves access. And I keep saying this. Stop giving men access.
This is called negging, and this is for loser men. So this is a guy that I was talking to a few years ago, actually. And I remember we stopped dating because he wasn't clear on his intentions, why he wanted to pursue me or why he wanted to date me. So I said, that's not something that I want to do. I wish you well, blah, blah, blah. But he texted me this, and I just have been thinking about it because this is not flirting. This dialogue is not flirting. Jokes are only a joke if you and I are both laughing. If you're laughing and I'm feeling a little icky, friends, relationships, that's negging. So he says, what do you do for Thanksgiving? Obviously not cook. Do you go out to eat? Because you can't cook. And these are like 5 minutes apart. And I say, oh, you're adorable when you try to get a rise out of me, Vito. Because I'm thinking he's gonna be like, just kidding, like, ha ha ha. But no, he continues. Sorry, I just remember even your dog didn't like your food. I saw the dog licking his butt to get the taste out of his mouth. It's okay, you have other qualities. Good thing you're smart and sweet, but you just can't cook or be funny. And those two very things are very important. Have a great day, thanks. And I said, listen, I hope you find the man of your dreams. Happy holidays. And then I blocked him before he could even respond to me because you're not going to keep playing on my phone. And honestly, my past self, before I was healed and more secure, I would have been like, what do you mean, silly? I started defending myself like, I am funny. Like, you know that I'm funny. Like, what do you mean? Don't you remember when I cooked for you? And then send him a picture of what I made for Thanksgiving. Like, you're so funny. What are you talking about? But no, that's, yeah, I'll be the brunt of your joke just so I could make me feel like I need to prove my worth to you. I'm not doing that because this is not funny and it's not cute and it's actually quite annoying and I'm irritated. So I blocked him. I think men do this because they think that this is flirting. It's like that whole he's picking on you because he likes you. Just say I'm pretty and move on. I had someone say, what foundation are you wearing? Because I know that's not your skin. What do you mean? This is not sweet, this is not funny, and this is not cute. It's disrespectful. I want you to prove to me, I want you to show me that you are funny, that you can take a joke, that you are insecure about your skin. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to take the bait. If a man or a friend is negging you or speaking to you like this, they are not a good friend or a good person that should be in your life.
Vet these men, make sure that they are equally yoked with you, meaning they have the same values as you, they want the same things, and they carry themselves the same way you do, because that will be a telltale sign that they are a star quality man. Choose a man who's at peace with himself, because only that man can truly honor you. So ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of, the only type of man that star quality women should deal with or should entertain. I'd love to hear what you all think. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.